It's actually quite funny. Thinking lots about the sumo deadlift, positioning, external rotation, abduction, all that stuff. So I'm kind of like, looking up videos, looking for ideas, looking for people talking about this stuff. And then I see this video where Squat University, he's assessing somebody's hip pain, and it does a whole bunch of things, external, internal rotation of the hip, all that stuff. And then it gets to a point where he lies the person down on the table and gets them to straight leg lift while they're laying on the side. So like a abduction, straight leg abduction. And then he comes over and puts his hand on the shoe, on the foot, and effortlessly just lowers the leg down as the other person's trying all their best to keep it up. And I thought, it's interesting. I wonder how strong I am with this. So, my son's there and I'm like, hey, come here. And so we do it. And I'm like, did you press really hard? He's like, no. I can't resist any amount of force. Very, very weak at that exercise. And I thought, here I am squatting all this weight, and yet I can't even fight against my 7-year-old son pushing down on my leg. There's something wrong with that. I don't know what the value needs to be for you to be balanced, but I'm pretty sure this is not a good sign. Then I start thinking about the hip pain, all that sort of stuff. And I'm like, could this be related? Could this be related why I'm so crap at sumo? I can't push my knees out. Why I can't, do this exercise really well, and I have hip pain, all this sort of stuff. Something to think about. So I went off, my cleaning, did my cleaning, power cleans. Today I tried to get to 130, couldn't do it. Anyway, not a big deal. And then I started kind of messing around with the whole hip idea. I did some squats, and then I tried to do some bench press, but that wasn't going to go well. I got to 100 kilos and I pulled the pin on that. I mean, I'm really sore in my traps and my lats from the deadlifts yesterday, so I have to rethink that. So that's another little clash that's going to be fun to organize. How do I hit the posterior chain and also not fry my freaking upper back for benching? That's another beautiful clash to deal with. But then I stand up and I'm kind of like, I guess you can call it marching, but it's not really marching. What I'm doing is essentially standing leg abductions one at a time. Boom, 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 left, right. And then I start doing one side for 20 and the other side for 20. And I get really, really hot in that, side hip region. And dare I say, my hips feel looser. Interesting, isn't it? My squats feel weaker, but I feel looser. So all these thoughts are around hip mobility. I've been speaking to a few of you guys on the chat and on Patreon, back and forth. And with one of you guys, I started talking about Mike. Actually, you're probably listening to this, but we started talking about the girly exercises. If you type in right now and you type in side glute exercises, you'll find somebody, a chick in tights, probably millions of freaking viewers, a chick in tights doing all sorts of positions, all sorts of maneuvers, but you'll find plenty of them who are, let's say, lying down on their side and then doing like a trillion freaking reps of side abductions, leg lifts. Side leg lifts, and then a million freaking reps of high hydrants, a million clamshells, a million of them. I found this one girl that was doing a circuit of this stuff, right? And I don't know how long the circuit went on for, but she did like 4 or 5 exercises back to back, all hitting the side glutes. Now, I'm doing standing, which is much easier, standing leg lifts or side glutes, abductions. I do 20 and I'm lit up. And here is some random chick, she probably can't freaking squat her body weight. She's there doing trillions of them. Now, I'm not saying that you need to do that, and I'm not saying that this is something, but what I'm saying is this is not nothing. Having such poor strength laterally, I think, is a problem. And given the fact the common denominator is between these two issues, the hip pain and the weakness in this movement, there has to be some sort of relation. Whether it's a 5%er or a 10%er or freaking 100%, there has to be some, relation. I think it's correlated. And then I think to myself, I don't really do anything unilaterally. I don't run. I used to run. So maybe there's a glaring weakness there. Is the side glute, side leg abductions the best way to go about it? Maybe not. But it's probably the cheapest way to go about it. So I did a whole stack of them today. And I'm walking and I feel like my hips are like dropping underneath me because I've pre-fatigued them like crazy. So walking now feels weird. But in my endeavor to clean up my hips, to squat better, I'm going to have to do something to get the knees to come out, to get stronger in a wide position like a sumo. And maybe this is why the adductors are really tight, because the opposite muscle is really weak. I don't know. Lots of thoughts, lots of ideas, but not 100% answers. It's just a nice little observation that I was pathetic in an exercise like this. Appreciate you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.